I'm home alone for a week while my parents drop off my sister at college and help her move in and such. If my life were a movie, here's what I would be doing. In actuality though, being home alone just means I have to make all of my meals instead of just one per day. But it also means I get to do my own grocery shopping, also known as making up for lost time during my childhood by buying sugary cereal and chocolate milk. My parents, especially my dad, who my friends and I have nicknamed the Fruit God, are very conscious of nutrition. This means I've never had Cap'n Crunch or Hostess cupcakes or been to the majority of fast food restaurants out there. And while I'm glad they've raised me to be the same way, it's nice to indulge a little bit before I return to my normally healthy ways. Other than being a temporary orphan, here's what I've been up to. I went to Seattle last weekend to see a couple of my friends, and we hung out and played Sims 2 and Pokemon Monopoly and just generally had a good time. One day I was there and two friends of mine and I walked down to this lake, and I was flipping through photos on my friend's camera as we were walking. I was looking through the photos and minding my own business when I see a couple people coming up towards us as we're walking by. As we're passing them, I glance up just to make sure I don't bump into the person, and guess who I see? Christina Horner. It didn't actually hit me that it was her until we were a couple of steps beyond her. When I realized it was her, I grabbed my friend and said, "Heidi, that was Christina Horner." Neither of us are her biggest fans, but she turns around and looks and says, "It totally is her." So we discussed whether or not we should go back and say hi and ask for a picture, but at that point she was kind of far away and we didn't really want to chase her down and ambush her because that would be pretty scary. So we just kept going, but we were talking about how weird it was to see people from YouTube in real life, especially outside of events like VidCon and Summer in the City. There's a tendency to forget that the people you watch on YouTube are actual people. They may be people that you admire and it's cool to see them, but in the end they're just one person. And seeing Christina Horner just with her friends on the street made me have this sort of reality check. And now she seems just so much more real and human instead of a person far away on the internet. Speaking of YouTubers, I just participated in my friend Luciano's web series called Online Dating Disasters. So if you just found me from that, welcome. And if you'd like to see the episode I was in, I'll link it down below and somewhere on the screen. My episode was the 8th episode, but the other ones are pretty funny too, so you should go check them all out.